Good day. So today I will be presenting my final reflection, which is the first topic is the talisman for national stupidity. And once I read that disrespect is the weak person's weapon, this observation is relevant to the politicians who taught their extensive knowledge by quoting results, writings, and ideas, but then fail to put them into action. But I think it is still a good idea that results thinking it is used to involve and improve the government. And politicians and mediocre government personnel have hijacked his language to explain their understanding ideas in flowery representation. His experience have been turned into tales that may be used to support whatever ridiculously small virtue that a member of our mediocre elite would like to believe. So whether you work in politics or as a government official, you may still apply Jose ideas, expertise, or words through deed, followed by words. And because of this, Rizal believes that our nation has to be improved and let others know that you support Jose Rizal by following his wishes and doing what he has instructed. And for the topic number 2 is the Claro, Recto, and the Rizal Bill. The Rizal Law RA 1425 and it became so determining whether or not the RA should be put into the effect is extremely difficult. A bill to authorize the production and distribution of Jose Rizal's books like Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, and to include the curricula of all the public and private schools and colleges, institutions, courses, works, and writings. Both the emotions and the motivations are legitimate. We Filipinos don't need to dispute or debate what could be the best actions to take or how to proceed. As a Catholic, it is acceptable for me to say that we can read the writings of Rizal on how the church and the priests do bad things before. It is already a history. We cannot deny the fact that majority of the Catholics who came from Spain before them were cruel. Not all of them, but the majority of them, because of what they went through at that time. So I believe Rizal's emotions and motivations when composing those poetry and books were legitimate. Topic number 3 is the Noli Me Tangere. So to inform Filipinos that their nation is under attack and that time has come to fight for independence, Dr. Rizal wrote this story. The torture and misery were depicted. It revealed the inner workings of Spanish violence, torture, and greed. So Capitan Tiago's home is the setting for the opening chapter of Dr. Jose Rizal's book Noli Me Tangere. So Padre Damaso is seen denouncing Filipinos in this picture. So the story lead character initially emerges a short while later, after spending 7 years studying in Europe, a rich young man by the name of Crisostomo Ibarra just returned home. So he was Don Rafael Ibarra's son, who died after defending a small Filipino boy from a Spanish tax collector. So Padre Damaso, Don Ibarra begins to verbally and physically abuse Crisostomo Ibarra, declines to answer and instead excuses himself, stating that he was business to attend to. So Maria Clara, who is Captain Tiago's daughter, Ibarra tries to go to his father's grave. So topic number 4 is the El Filibusterismo, which is the term El Filibusterismo plainly refers to greed or discusses how greedy the government was at that time. So I can claim that this story is still valid in many ways. Today, since so many political leaders still crave power and wealth, in his second work, Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora, Rizal paid tribute to both his country and the three martyred friars, Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora. So the term used to describe a politician system based on this book is El Filibusterismo or greedy government. When the Spaniards accused the three priests of betraying the government, they had them put to death. So this piece also carried on Noli Me Tangere. The politics and the administration on our nation are the subject of El Filibusterismo, whereas love and desire are the subject of Noli. Sadly, it undermines the Spanish government not just for Jose Rizal but for everyone, who battles for freedom in a struggle of words and ideas. I am grateful, despite not immediately entering the combat, the enemy. Topic number 5 is the vision of Father Rodriguez. So we may conclude from this chapter that Dr. Jose Rizal's work had a significant impact on the friars, priests, and other members of the Catholic Church at that time. So it is because many individuals have criticized Rizal's books, especially those who have strong ties to the Church. They are offended by Dr. Jose Rizal's words, but as I have previously stated, Dr. Jose Rizal's views are genuine, since he saw firsthand how cruelly the Catholic in the Philippines were treated and how horrible the Spaniards truly are. So Dr. Jose Rizal's friend La Vision del Fray Rodriguez, in a reaction to Fray Rodriguez's unjustified criticism of his masterwork, No Limitare, Rizal showed a deep understanding of religion in his works, which were published in Barcelona under the pseudonym Dimas Alang, Saint Agustin, and Agustina Franciscan Friar Jose Rodriguez. Dialogue is depicted in La Vision del Fray. So Fray Rodriguez is chastised by saints. The friar's evil deeds carried out in the name of the Catholic Church were also disclosed by the. Topic number 6 is the by telephone. So Dr. Jose Rizal authored Per Telefono or by telephone, which was printed as a booklet in 1889 under the alias Dimas Alang, also his Masonic symbolic name. The article was intended to be a comedic satire for Father Rizal, or Salvador Font did not take Per Telefono seriously. He periodically used to amuse himself by letting his creative mind run wild, and it is still one of his amusing comedies. In this book, Rizal's intelligence and wisdom were on full show. Rizal had wanted to make international phone calls, but it had not yet been accomplished. The style of the life of friars in Rizal's day was shown in this novel. The dialogue between Father, in addition to Font's statements, the provincial priest of San Agustin Convent in Manila expressed to disbelief over the phone. After finishing Rizal's play, Per Telefono, I was surprised by how sarcastic the story was and how it captured the socioeconomic issues of this time, especially the actions of the friars. I'm not sure what happened in Rizal's time doesn't still happen in the present day. Social issues are widespread. So today, the topic number 7 is the Rizal's letter to Father Pascal. Telescope. So we're aware that Dr. Rizal was anti-church and anti-Catholic, but the Rizal family is a very devoted follower of Catholicism. Jose Rizal was reared and was born in a very devoted Catholic family. From elementary through college, he received his education in the prestigious Catholic institutions of the day. The logical conclusion was that he was also a devoted Catholic. He had been a Catholic for some time, but later he had a religious idea that was not totally in accord with the Catholic religion. But as he gets older, Rizal starts to have a second thought about his convictions. Although he rejected Jesus, Dr. Rizal believed that God the Creator is the Holy Spirit is Father Pastor. He has strong interest in Rizal's personal salvation and is the one who thinks Jesus Christ could be able to convert to Rizal back to Catholicism. He asserts that Rizal wrote about Protestant concepts in his novels and that people's religious beliefs don't ever appear